started in 2019 that has been in the eye of the public like myself. After 2019, I spent 5 months in detention in this country. Everybody was talking about it. After that, I spent some 3 years in Abuja, restricted to Abuja by a judge. Everybody is talking about it. It was not only a local issue, it was an international issue. So, but I'm not doing this for popularity. I'm doing this because of my conviction that this country be liberated. If I want to be popular alone, I'll be producing skits on the internet. Yes. If I want to be popular, I'll be doing MCs for rich, powerful people in Nigeria, and I'll be kissing up to their behind. But I'm not doing this for popularity, I'm doing it for liberation. Thank you very much.
Your first question.
We made it very clear at the beginning of this press conference that this alliance is between the AAC, the authentic AAC, and the authentic PRP. If you want to know if Kola Abiola is still in the race or not, ask Kola Abiola. He's the one who claims to be a presidential candidate of the PRP. And you know, for every original product, there's a counterfeit. And we have experienced it before. A situation where a party we founded in 2018 was given recognition over the owners of the party by INEC. INEC did it even to reactionary parties like PDP before. APC, through the former governor of Borno, took over PDP. But they kept fighting, and that did not stop them from operating as a political party. Because they believe in it, while they were fighting in court, they also kept fighting in elections. You knew this about the PDP takeover by Alimodu Sheriff. So these are not questions that are relevant to our meeting here today. This is an alliance with authentic voices that are ideologically identical. Yes. I will tell you a small private story. I was one of the people who fought throughout the June 12th debacle against the government with Abiola. Kola Abiola was dating Babangida's daughter when we were killing ourselves on the streets. Yes, they were having fun. They were opposed to the annulment of the election while we were fighting for the annulment. So Kola Abiola is not a new person to us when it comes to reactionary politics. Deji Abiola almost beat me up in front of his father's house when we were doing the burial of Abiola. We said no Nigerian government official can come to the burial. This was when Abiola was being buried. Deji Abiola came and tried to beat me up. They were not interested in democracy. They were interested in the federal government visitors who wanted to bring money to them to assuage them over the death of their father that the government killed. So I don't want to get into all those private conversations, but I just want you to know, because this one is also public, that we are not against Kola Abiola's version of the PRP. What we are saying is that we are in alliance with Aminu Kano's version of the PRP. Yes. We are in alliance with Balarabe Musa's version of the PRP. We are not in alliance with the Buhari version of the PRP, or the APC version of the PRP, or the PDP version of the PRP. And I hope this clears our reason for sitting in front of you today. Let INEC present whomever they want to present on behalf of the PRP. We are in alliance with our own PRP and the real PRP, the real Nigerian people. And that's what we're talking about here today. Thank you very much. And I think there was your second question is also the same, the Radio Nigeria man. Yes, you're asking what is on INEC's, what has INEC been doing in Nigeria? It's not rigging election. Please. Did INEC not rig an election for a guy who did not participate in an election in Imo State? Yes? Or who came forth? So that's what INEC has been doing. Our own is a revolutionary coalition that is going to deliver this country from oppression. Whether in 2023 or whenever it happens, it must happen. That's our goal. Thank you very much. I think, please, can we have one house, please? I think the question should be, why didn't we pick a woman as the presidential candidate of our party? That should be the question. There's nothing wrong in that. I've been answering this question every day. Women are 51% of the voters in Nigeria today. And I hope women, instead of complaining for percentages, should join hands together and vote for a woman so that you can defeat the men in this country. Men have made a mess of this country. We need a woman president. And I will join you in doing that. But to answer your question so that you don't say I dodged your question, our party was restored to us on the 2nd of June, 2022. We had only 6 days left to produce a presidential candidate, and we went straight into our presidential primaries. No women that we know of showed up, even though our form was free. And we understand why. Most of them were not aware that we had taken over the party from the reactionaries who hijacked our party. We couldn't have given the position of either presidential candidate or vice presidential candidate to a person who was not in the party at that time. But we promise, and I will keep apologizing on behalf of the party, we promise to expand this party to give women more room to partake in the affairs of the party, and hopefully our next presidential candidate can be a woman or a vice presidential candidate. But good news is that it's not too late. We have a deputy governorship candidate in Akwa Ibom State, who is a female, Caroline Danjuma. She's very popular. So let's at least elect that one. Yeah? And also Rivers State. Our deputy there is also a female, and she's a lawyer. We are about the only political party in this country that can boast of female candidates at those levels. The APC has a female candidate. They themselves, that's Binani in Adamawa, they themselves went to court to remove her because they cannot tolerate women in a leadership position. And our party doesn't have, we are abolishing woman leader because we don't have man leader in our party. These are discriminatory positions against women. And we have said it that women are not unequal to men. But what we haven't done in terms of policy is to ensure that women get their proper place. You guys work the hardest in this country. You wake up in the morning and you are likely to be the last person to go to bed. You work, in fact, it is imagined now in this country that women are the ones supporting men. Because women who are at work, who have jobs, are plenty, and they are supporting men. So we have no reason whatsoever to begin to relegate women to the background. Like I said, I align with your question, and there's nothing wrong with it. We should even make it bigger by making sure that this country experiences a woman revolution. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen and members of the press, we have now been informed that this space is going to be allocated to another group. So we apologize that we don't have more time to answer further questions. But if you do have questions for us, you know how to reach us. And we will be available to answer questions. Unlike the other political parties who don't have people who answer questions when they are asked. We are different. Thank you very much for coming, and have a good afternoon. So our meeting together is to announce to the world our alliance, that's the alliance of the African Action Congress with PRP, the People's Redemption Party, Nigeria's oldest party that was formed in 1978 by one of the most respected elder statesmen in Nigeria, Aminu Kano. So today the AAC is declaring an open alliance with PRP, and the chairman of PRP mandate is here with me. So we just announced that to the world that we are putting the total liberation of Nigerian people on the ballot in 2023 and beyond. That there will be a series of activities, of which this is just one of them, to ensure that the old system of oppression and exploitation and wickedness, heartlessness in Nigeria is finally put to bed and defeated and discarded. So I have with me here our comrade Abdulmajid, who is the chairman of PRP, Abdulmajid Daudu, who would also chip in some words regarding this.
Yeah, it's a great day today. We are able to bring one of the most committed two political parties at present in order to work together to fight for the emancipation of the Nigerian people and to make sure that governance is being handled, in such a way that the Nigerian people will get what they deserve, will get a better life, better future, and then we'll be able to, we'll be able to experience what it is to have a developmental state in the 21st century. We are trying to see that we pose a very strong opposition, to this bourgeois, criminal bandit political organization. We want to really let Nigerian people, Nigerian youths, Nigerian students, Nigerian workers, Nigerian farmers, women, children, all to know that this is the time for them to end this criminality in this country. This is time to give hope to our children, our children's children, our future. We have right to live and survive and live well in your state, get better people to administer you, get well, healthy-minded people, to run the state affair and make the nation work. It's now, and we are not going to wait for any messiah here. We will do this work ourselves. So this is just the beginning. We're going to go into nooks and corners of this country. You will hear us tomorrow in the farms. Next time you'll hear us in the creeks. Every nooks and corner, and we're going to mobilize Nigerian people to defeat this system.